Hey guys, welcome back to week 2 of the Foundational Health series with myself, Logan Grundy here. Going to run through this real quick for you guys, then we'll get into week 2. What we're going to be talking about with week 2 is going to be primarily on nutrition and specifically nutrition for people who have failed over and over trying different things, different diets. We're going to pick something out that's going to be very sustainable so that you can actually be successful with it this year. So the whole idea of this series is to give you guys a bunch of health information to start off the new year when people are making those goals and trying to be healthier. I'm going to give you guys a lot of that base information that's really applicable stuff that's actually going to move the dial, that kind of low hanging fruit stuff. So real quick here, for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Logan Grundy. I'm the owner of Peak Health Revolution, where I've helped over 150 online clients. I am also a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner in Vernon, British Columbia at Habitat Health, where I've helped over 1,000 patients of mine over the years. And then also, as far as the clinic goes, you'll find me primarily treating things like pain and nervous system dysfunction. Online, my practice is focused around helping hikers and outdoor adventure athletes move further and faster through those mountains to have epic adventures. I'm a Chinese medicine practitioner, mobility and strength coach, and an oxygen advantage functional breathwork instructor. So that's a little bit about me. Over the next 8 weeks here, we're going to go over these topics here. So we already talked about goals and giving you some guidance on how to set successful goals. And then we're going to get into nutrition, some stuff around breathing, sleep, movement, recovery habits, and some extra bonus tools for you guys. If you guys need anything or have any questions, want to reach out about anything, you can send me an email at peakhealthrevolution@gmail.com. And with that being said, let's dive into the actual nutrition stuff. All right, so here we are, week 2, simple nutrition principles that we're going to adhere to. The reason why we want to stick to simple is because complicated has probably failed for you already. That's probably why you're here. This is why year after year, your same New Year's resolution includes things around nutrition, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain weight. We're going to primarily talk just about nutrition for general health, but also this is going to apply to losing weight, which is what most people are trying to do compared to trying to gain weight. But overall, this is just a very good way to eat for your health overall. And what it's focused around is simplicity. So why simplicity? Because it allows you to have maximal flexibility and adherence when we can actually adhere to a diet and we have flexibility within it and it's really easy to follow, then we're actually going to do that and we're going to be successful with it versus very restrictive diets that we feel like we're really locked down and eventually we just break because of our kind of mental strength to stick with it, or it's just way too complicated for us to actually fit into our life. So that's why we're keeping it really simple. This is everything that you guys need to know for nutrition. Very, very, very simple. The way that it works is you're going to want to consume about 800 grams of fruit and vegetables. So you're going to do that just by weight. So really easy way to do that, go to Amazon, find one of those little weigh scales, or you can just punch it in on any food tracking app or just through like Google or anything like that and get the rough weight of things. So for instance, if you're having a bell pepper, put in like one medium-sized bell pepper, how many grams, it's going to spit out a number for you and you can just start adding all these numbers up. So you don't have to track it on an app or anything. You can just put it on like a little notepad or whatever. And very quickly, you're going to figure out what's roughly 800 grams of fruit and vegetables. Now, why are we picking a set number of grams and specifically to fruit and vegetables? It all has to do with fiber and the fact that fruits and vegetables are very dense in as far as like how much vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and all that good stuff that we want in our diet. There's lots in fruits and vegetables, and the fiber is going to keep you full. This is, you'll notice there's no restrictions of like, hey, you can't eat this food or that food. That's because by eating this 800 grams of fruit and vegetables, you're just going to feel like you don't really have room for those extra things. So that's the main piece here that's going to fill out your diet is consuming 800 grams. There's no restriction on when you eat it, how you eat it, any of that. Just 800 grams fruits and vegetables. Can be fresh, can be frozen, can be somewhere in between. The other thing that we want to make sure we're getting enough of is protein. So carbs are going to be mainly through here. Fats and our protein are going to be through the meat that we're eating. So 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Now this is where it gets a little bit complicated. 1 gram per pound of body weight. Like, what is that? My ideal body weight? Is that my lean body weight? Is that my current body weight? So the body weight that we want to use for this, especially if you're someone who is quite overweight, is an ideal healthy weight for somebody your age and size. So if you're not sure what that is, just go over to Google or an AI and basically put in like, hey, I'm this old, this is my sex, this is my height, all that, and it'll ask you like, what's an ideal body weight? Or you might already know this when you were there previously. So this is where we want to ideally have our body weight sitting at. This is a healthy body weight. So use that as your grams per protein body weight. So if you're already at a pretty healthy weight, then you're just going to be consuming your current body weight. So it's not necessarily your lean body weight, but it's 1 gram of kind of ideal healthy body weight for someone your size. Then the bonus piece here that really helps fill this out with this fruit and vegetables is 2 to 3 liters of water. Hydration is huge for us. It helps a lot. Our body has a lot of water in it. So making sure we're staying hydrated helps a lot with that, energy levels, cognition, all that stuff. So make sure you're getting 2 to 3 liters of water. I find the easiest way to do this is get at least a liter of water down first thing in the morning. So get up, have a big glass of water, and try and have that first liter done before you leave the house for work kind of thing. Get another one done by lunch, and then finish off with that last liter by dinner kind of thing. Electrolytes are great, but just getting the water in itself is going to be massively beneficial for us. But if you can, on top of that, throw some electrolytes in there or like a little pinch of salt and a bit of lemon or something like that in the morning. But get that 2 to 3 liters of water in as well. So that's it. Very, very simple. And the reason that it's simple is because it works. I've seen it work with tons of different people. And that means people from all kind of backgrounds, people that are trying to gain weight, lose weight, have digestive issues, all sorts of stuff, have tried tons of different diets, intermittent fasting, keto, paleo, you name it. When that doesn't work, this works because it is very simple. 800 grams fruit and vegetables, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, 2 to 3 liters of water. That's it. That's all. That's all you need for your nutrition, especially if you've tried other things and they haven't worked for you. That being said, these are kind of all the main options that we have for weight loss. I definitely do not specialize in weight loss for people. I don't like working with just purely weight loss clients. It's not what I do. But I do know that a lot of people into the new year are trying to lose weight. So I'm just going to add in this little bit for you guys. When you are trying to lose weight, you have 3 options, and that's what every single diet that will lose weight for you consists of. And it is either your food group restrictions, time restrictions, or calorie awareness and restrictions. So what that means is if it's food groups, think when you're going keto, you're removing your carbs, right? Time restriction, intermittent fasting, calories, basically you're counting your calories. You can have what you want, but you have to fit within certain calories. These are all come down to the same principle of they are a way for you to restrict your calories. So you're either restricting it by not eating certain foods, not eating at certain times, or purely just watching your calories and managing it that way. So if you are trying to lose weight, you do need to have less food going in than it's going out. And that means you have a couple options. You can either increase exercise or decrease food or some combination of that. That being said, you also have to know what is maintenance for you, what is a surplus, and what is below maintenance for you. If you want to lose weight, you have to be below maintenance. If you want to maintain, obviously, at maintenance. If you want to gain, you have to be in a surplus. Until you know that specifically for your body, you will have a lot of trouble manipulating your weight. The best way to find that out is very, very closely start tracking your calories and your weight until you can figure out how many calories keep you level. And then from there, you can either subtract or add based on your goals. One big problem that I see people run into is they've been trying to diet for years and years and years, and they've pushed their metabolism and their calories down so much that sometimes we need to do something called reverse dieting. I'm not going to get into it here. If you're interested in reverse dieting, send me an email and I will send you a whole ebook on reverse dieting, what it is and why it's important for people who have tried to lose weight for a long time and not been successful. But basically, that's what I want to wrap up with you guys. Pick a diet that is going to be sustainable, something that you can actually do. And that's why I love this right here. 800 grams fruits and vegetables, 1 gram of protein. Very simple, very flexible, so you can actually adhere to it this year and stick with something and get results. So that's what I got for you guys on nutrition. Next week, we're going to be coming back and we're going to be talking about breathing. Breathing is super important for us for a lot of different reasons. Hold on. There we go. Breathing is important for us for a lot of reasons. Breathing is our like gateway to managing our nervous system. It's one of those things that we do automatically, where we can also go in, hijack, and control our breathing. So if you're having any issues with stress, anxiety, even energy, focus, those kind of things, we're going to be talking about breathing next week. And obviously, it has a place when we're talking about our cardiovascular capacity. If you're trying to go for longer runs, bike rides, get out into the mountains, those kind of things, it's going to help with all of that as well. So next week, we're going to be talking about breathing.